What up? What up? What up? Just got finished with my Iran preview video. Let's go to their opponent in match day one, England. England's got a population of about 56 million people. They speak English, shockingly, there. Capital is good old London. History. Well, clearly, England would think they have the biggest footballing history or the most important of anyone. They're not the most successful tournament team. They have been to many. This is their 16th appearance. They were the champions in 1966, and they will never shut up about it. They made it to the semifinal in 2018, where they lost to Croatia, if I recall correctly, and they made it to the Euro 2020 finals, where they lost to Italy. This is a good team. This is a good team. I want to get that out of the way right now. This is a really, really, really good team. Currently, they are ranked fifth overall in the FIFA rankings. They won Group I to qualify automatically out of Europe. Was never really in question their qualification. More so just who was going to play, who was in form, how would they line up. Is Southgate the right guy? That question will never be off the tongues of English people. Whatever. They keep asking the question is what I'm trying to say poetically and failing. Let's look at the players that we want to watch. First of all, my guy, Bukayo Saka, the star boy, right winger, 21 years old, plays for Arsenal, valued at 90 million euros. I doubt Arsenal would take two times that for him, honestly. They could get offered 180 to 200 and they might turn that deal down. This kid is good. He's one of the best young right wingers in the world, period. There was some debate as to whether or not Saka was going to start for England. I just saw a news article today that he is going to start at right wing, which I think is just a no-brainer. He's a fantastic team. There's a lot of good attacking talent and players competing for those spots, but Saka is playing out of his mind right now for an Arsenal team that is playing the best football in England, if not in Europe. And he's not only an integral part of that team, but he's also producing end product, getting goals, getting assists. The dude is just a pleasure to watch. He's got incredible balance on the ball. He never gets knocked down. People talk about him hitting the ground too often. He's getting fouled all the time, and he is so strong. He stays up as much as he can. As an Arsenal player, he does have that passing instinct that is just developed at the Hale End Academy. And he started to become a great finisher. You know, I don't want to spend too much time talking about his missed penalty at the end of the penalty shootout in 2020, the racist abuse that he got. I will just say this, that the kid is still taking our penalties for Arsenal on a team that has many, many good penalty takers and veteran presences. At 21, after that experience at that World Cup, for him to be able to sit in the Premier League week in, week out, step up ready to take penalties, the dude is just strong, mentally strong beyond his years. I love him. I can't say enough about him. A player that I would love to see play for Arsenal, but plays currently for West Ham, is center mid or center holding mid, Declan Rice. He can also play center back. He did a lot early in his career, and he's big enough to do it. He's 23 years old. He plays for West Ham in London. A good West Ham team, honestly. They've been up in and around the top 6, top 8 for the last few seasons, with Declan Rice and Thomas Souček as like a very strong midfield partnership. He's valued at 80 million. He'll probably go to a big club this summer for 80, 100, something like that. He's a fantastic player. He's a leader. He seems to be a good dude. Like every video I see about him seems like he's a decent chap. So Rice is a huge investment for a big club. Really a team like City, Man U, Chelsea, if they still have the money, these are the kind of teams that would like to add him because he's going to come with a giant price tag. He is incredibly important to how England play. He's one of the first names on the team sheet. He's their engine. He's excellent in defense, but he's gotten better at contributing to the attack. He is fantastic. Really, really a strong midfield presence for this England team. Speaking of guys that might play through the middle or might play out on the wing, I got no idea where they're going to play Phil Foden, if Southgate's going to play Phil Foden to the level that he deserves. For some reason, he doesn't seem to prefer some of the more attacking players. He's been criticized for playing a very conservative brand of football compared to the incredible attacking talent that England have. Phil Foden being one of those. Like, Phil Foden is, look here, he's valued on transfer market at 110 million. And I don't think that's hyperbolic at all. I think that that's probably, City would think about selling him for that, but probably wouldn't. He can play in the center, but he probably won't play center mid. He's not defensive enough for Southgate. So either as like a number 10 or on the right wing, left wing, like it's really wherever he fits in. For me, he's an absolute must start, but who knows what will happen with him. They recently announced that Saka would start over Foden, but I see no reason why Foden is restricted to only playing on that right side. That's neither here nor there. Foden is just an incredible attacking player. He's got incredible technique, passing instinct. He takes players on. He links up well. He's just super fun to watch. And that's what, we don't need to get too into the tactics about it. This is just a dude that I like to watch. And since these videos are made mostly for casual football fans, watch Phil Foden when he's on the field. He's fun. All right, last player to watch. Another fantastic young English player. This one, it says 100 million for him. Phil Foden's valued over. I feel like he might be the most valuable English player right now. First of all, he's younger. He's 19. His name's Jude Bellingham, by the way. Came from Birmingham, moved to Detroit. Dortmund, moved from Birmingham to Dortmund, and when he left Birmingham, he was 17 years old, and Birmingham retired his number. He was 17 years old. He is a legend back there, hated by Aston Villa fans, loved by Birmingham City fans. He is one of the first names on the team sheet, if not the first name on the team sheet at Dortmund, which is a good competitive team towards the top of the Bundesliga, a Champions League level team. Bellingham's the real deal. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He's creative. He's athletic. He can dribble. Like he's this perfect combination of physical gifts. You can see he's lanky. He moves well, and technical ability. So he likes to take dudes on, and he's fun to watch taking dudes on because if he doesn't beat them with his feet, he can use his body in intelligent ways to beat them that way instead. It's just a great player to watch. He's got good top-level speed and good change of pace, right? His agility is good. His change of pace is good. He plays solid defense. He's a good tackler. Like, there's not really many holes in his game from what I know about him. He'll play either in the center or sometimes on the left side. Incredible player. Incredible player. I would kill for Arsenal to sign this gentleman. All right, so what will they do to qualify? So recently they haven't been playing so great, but I don't want to focus on that too much. They've looked like a good team over several tournaments, and form, while important, I think quality wins out over form in the long run, and this is just a good team. Their defense is where we see some shakiness, I believe. Southgate seems to be content with sticking with his guys, even if they aren't that good. I don't particularly rate Eric Dyer. I definitely don't rate Harry Maguire. I am shocked that Tomori, who's been playing well for AC Milan, did not make this team. I would have started him. I would start Ben White. The defense, they got a mistake or two in them. So they could easily be dominating these games in the group stage, but then let someone slip by them, make a stupid mistake. And then the final thing is that I want to see that there's end product to their good creativeness. I mean, they do have Kane up top, so there should be, but Kane plays for Spurs. I don't rate him. And then I think the team that they should fear the most, I mean, I could see Iran beating them. I could see the U.S. beating them. But I think Wales will give them their best game. Wales, I mean, with the political situation of that, the kind of like, I don't know what you want to call it, little brother, big brother, colonized. Wales is going to be up for that game. Unfortunately, the Wales team is a lot older than they were in 2016. That 2016 could maybe beat this England team. They did beat England in that tournament, if I remember correctly. So I see Wales as the team that could spoil their party, is my point. But I'm hoping it's the U.S. So why should you root for England? One of the things is that it's just fun to chant "It's coming home," right? It's also fun to make fun of England fans when they lose, inevitably. But, England did invent the game. They have an important footballing history. A lot of the players that we know on this team, they play in the Premier League, which is by far the best league in the world right now. The money that they have is just uncomparable to other leagues. So they've got a lot of young talent, cool players, and a big, long history. I want to mention that last point real quick. this is kind of just a cool team, if I'm being honest. You can imagine these dudes chilling in the locker room, listening to some Skepta or Stormzy or whatever, right? And Jack Grealish has nice calves, cool hair. I mean, I'm kidding, but kind of like it's like a cool squad. The unfortunate thing is that most of their players that I enjoy are attacking players, and Southgate seems hesitant to really just go all out. And I would love to see this England team just go for it at some point. They've been playing conservative football that's been winning, but I don't know. I would like to see Southgate kind of let the young guns run wild. Anyways, England facing off against Iran. I'm predicting a 1-1 draw. A 1-1 draw. Anyways, I think England will advance, but I'm going to be rooting for Iran and the United States to advance because I am completely biased. But if this team advances, I see them going pretty far. I would say at least quarterfinals they should be able to get to. But we shall see. Anyways, that's it for today's videos. Wait, no, I have 2 more coming out. Whatever. Who cares? I'll see you in the next video. Peace.